All right, everybody, here we are again, and we are getting ready for another DQ. What is it this week? We are going to be looking at topic 2 DQ2. All right, topic 2 DQ2. We're taking a look here, everybody. The first thing we want to do is check out what it is we need to do. So look at the tabs at the bottom, and here at the bottom we have goals and instructions. We want to find percentage change, in particular inflation rate as a percentage change in CPI. CPI is a consumer price index. Okay. Then we want to project future income based on that inflation rate. Okay. That's where we're headed. Let's take a look. First of all, it says go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics in the link given to us there. That's the blue CPI link. Okay. But before we do that, make sure you type in your name here. Okay. So step 1, type in your name. Step 2, follow the link to CPI. I have filed it right here for you guys. Okay. You can see it right here on the left side of my screen. All right. So I have the CPI all ready for us. Let's move this out of the way. Here we go. All right. So I am given the years to December right here. I'm given December 2015. So I look at my CPI December 15, and there it is. All right. It's 236,525. So I've typed it in right here, 236,525. Next, I was given December of 2018. So that's 3 years later. So down here, December 2018 is 251,233. All right. So while I'm at it, I'm going to look up the other one as well over here. Okay. So this one says December 2015 right here, December 2015, which is what I just had, and December 2016. That is just 1 year. All right. So 1 year is right here, which is 241,432. And there we are. Okay. So we have completely finished the need for and the use of that table. All right. Now we're ready to do some formulas. Let's clear out the drawings here and let's go. All right. Next, it says we want to find the 3-year inflation rate. And in yellow there, you guys can see it says new divided by original minus 1. Okay. So start with the equal sign, equals. New, just click on it with your mouse. It will highlight it, right? C16 divided by, that's my forward slash, the original. All right. And then I want to have minus 1. Okay. So new divided by original or old minus 1. Hit enter. At this point, everybody, your formula should turn colors like this, right? To make sure you've done it right. And you can see it's formatted to 6.22%. If for some reason yours doesn't format correctly, go right up here in the top and make sure it's formatted correctly, okay? Right there is my percentage to format with because I need to have it formatted correctly. All right, it says make the percentage with 2 decimal places. Okay, so if yours for some reason doesn't format to 2 decimal places, make sure you use the formatting so that it does. Okay, good. Let's keep going. All right, I've already typed in the CPI values. I'm going to do exactly the same formula here. Now, catch this, guys. Watch. This is going to be cool. I'm going to come right over here, click on this cell. I'm going to do Control C or Command C if you're using a Mac, right? Control C, come over here and do Control V. All right. And you say, did that really do that correctly? Let's check it. Click right here on C17. That's C16 divided by C15 minus 1. I like that, right? Good job. Come over here. This is look, yeah, it's correct. I just clicked on the function bar and it highlighted everything. It's perfectly correct. So I copied it and pasted. That means I only wrote the formula once, right? That's the way to do it, right, guys? All right, next, let's come down here. And it says part 2, based on the inflation rate, if you made $15 per hour in December 15, how much should you make in December 2018 to keep up with inflation? How much money would that be a week if you worked 40 hours a week? All right, so my fee here is $15. And once again, if that doesn't format as a currency, make sure you come up here and you click the dollar sign or the currency, either one, okay? Make sure it's formatted correctly. It needs to be a dollar with 2 decimal places. No, you can also click the $ if yours doesn't format, right? The $ is fine, which is accounting, or you can click the currency. Okay, it matters not to me which one it is. All right, now it says find your projected hourly rate in December 2018 based on the 3-year inflation rate. You say, what's my 3-year inflation rate? That's the rate we just calculated right here, right? That's this amount right there. So I want to use that down here, right there, right, in place of R. Right? So I'm going to just type equals P, just click on P. P is my current rate of income. Okay, that's my present value. So click on that cell. Then multiply, right? Open parentheses, 1 plus R. What's R? It's my rate right up there that I just calculated. Click it, close parentheses, hit enter. That tells me I should be making $15.93 if I want to keep up with inflation. If I have not had that type of increase, it means that my income is actually decreasing based upon inflation. Okay. What will my weekly income be? My weekly income will be the amount of my hourly rate right here times 40 hours per week if I work 40 hours. Okay. It says up here if you work 40 hours a week. So 40. All right. And there it is. I should be making $637.31 per week, per 40-hour week. All right. We are doing good, guys. Almost done. Got one more thing to go here. It says, what if I found my projected hourly rate in 2018 based upon the 1-year inflation rate? All right. Where's my 1-year inflation rate? My 1-year inflation rate is what I did second, right? It's this. From 2015 to 2016, the inflation rate was 2.07. So now I'm going to use that right there, right? In place of R, I'm going to put that cell value, that cell itself, not the value, the cell. All right. So equals, what's P? P is my $15 an hour again. All right. Times, open parentheses. Whoops, open parentheses. 1 plus R, click on R, and you see it highlights, close my parentheses. How do I get the exponent? You guys know I use the caret key, which is Shift 6. Shift 6, 3. All right? So what's different, guys? Why am I using a different formula? Well, this one is compound interest, right? Compound because I'm giving myself 2% per year. So 2.7 for the first year, second, third year, right? This one over here was 6.22 for 3 years. That's why the first one is simple interest. And the second one, let me grab my pencil. All right, this first one right here in red is simple interest. This one is compound interest. Okay, that's the difference between the two, a 1-year rate and a 3-year rate. All right, so all we got to do is hit enter and we are done. All right, and that is, I should be making $15.95. In other words, it's a little bit better, right? Or a little bit worse, meaning I should be earning 2 cents per hour more, right? And what is my projected weekly income? It is my dollar amount times 40. I can just go over here and copy this one again, right? Control C, Control V, and I should be making 637.12 rather than 637.31. At this point in time, everybody, this is all done. My cells are all the correct color. My answers are correct. And everybody, hint, hint, use this for major assignment 1. Just a little heads up, okay? Smiley face. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the forums. Bye-bye.